Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rabina of Sincerelymrs.griffin, and today we're going to talk about hair and nutrition, what to eat to maximize your hair growth and hair health. It's Rabina. We'll move through this topic by dividing it into categories. The first category we'll talk about is liquids, then we'll move into our fat category, talk about proteins, then we'll finish off with talking about fruits and vegetables. So these are foods that work well with your body to help strengthen your hair, to help grow your hair, and to help keep your hair healthy, shiny, and just altogether good. So I'm really excited to talk about hair and nutrition and the role that nutrition plays in our hair health. And if you want to hear more about this, just keep watching. And foremost, before we get started, let's talk about how fast the hair grows. So the average person grows hair at a rate of 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches per month. That roughly is around 6 inches a year. Now, that rate of growth really depends on a couple of things. It depends on your age. Your hair growth slows down as we age. We know that we lose collagen, we lose calcium, we lose a lot of those vitamins and beneficial things that help our hair grow and thrive while we're young. As we age, that stuff is reduced, so we lose some of that, so it slows down the rate of your hair growth. So age is a factor. Your health is a factor, what you put into your body, not just foods, but other toxins too that you might be consuming in your everyday life. Genetics plays a part in that, and your diet plays a part in that. So when we talk about health, we're talking about other things that you might be putting into your body, the way you might be treating your body, your physical fitness, things like that, your movement level. And then when we talk about diet, we're specifically talking about things that you're ingesting, things that you're eating. Now, a lot of those categories, there's nothing you can do about. You can't do anything about changing your age. You can't do anything about changing your genetics when it comes to how fast or slow your hair grows. But you can do something about your diet. You can do something about what you put in your body. And today we're going to talk about some beneficial foods that we can be eating to maximize our hair health and hair growth, if that is your main objective, is to grow hair. First, let's talk about liquids. Now, we all know that the body is made up of 70% water. Is one of those things that it's a non-negotiable. You need it. You need it to help your body flush out toxins. You need it to aid with digestion. It helps oxygen go to the brain. It's a no-brainer. You need to drink water. Other drinks are great too, but you should be consuming throughout the day, it should be mostly water. And if you are consuming other things like juices, sodas, whatever, I would say do a 1-to-1 ratio. So, okay, another area of beneficial drinks would be teas, your herbal teas, black tea, Earl Grey, and then your green tea, things like that. Even coffee can be beneficial to your hair on the inside and on the outside because of the caffeine. Caffeine, when it is used in a tea form, an herbal tea form, or coffee, if you're doing a coffee rinse or a green tea rinse, caffeine helps. Caffeine actually blocks the hormone that causes hair loss or hair shedding. What caffeine does is when it's sprayed on your hair topically, it will actually block that hormone, and so the hair follicle is able to stay in place, because when you have that hormone there, it kind of loosens the hair follicle, and that's where you have your shedding and your hair loss. So water, herbal teas, green teas, and a little bit of coffee, that can be beneficial to your hair and to your body inside and out. All good things in moderation though. Some fats and proteins that are really beneficial to your hair when you're ingesting them. The first thing that I want to mention are eggs. Eggs are like God's perfect food because you have protein in the form of the egg white, and then you have fat in the form of the egg yolk, which is mostly cholesterol. And ingesting those two things can add protein that your body needs, but it's also beneficial to your hair because your hair also needs protein to thrive. Your hair needs protein, it needs collagen. These are all building blocks. Collagen is, great for your hair, skin, and nails, as well as fat. So eggs can do no wrong. Eggs are like the perfect food. They're a great source of protein and biotin. Eating adequate protein is very important because your hair follicles are made out of protein. So you need to make sure that you're eating enough protein for not only your muscles, because protein is the building block of muscles in the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell, but then protein also helps with your hair follicles, since that's what your hair is made out of. We need to replenish what is made out of. This is why you often see children in orphanages, like maybe on TV, on commercials and stuff, with very little hair, and it's because of malnourishment, because they're not getting adequate proteins. And then while we're talking about protein and fat, let me just mention salmon is another great source of fat. Fish like salmon, herring, and mackerel are great for the hair. These type of fish contain fatty acids such as omega-3s and omega-6s, as well as antioxidants to reduce breakage and loss of hair. So if you're experiencing loss, add in more eggs, more salmon, because those two things are full of fat and full of protein, as well as avocados. Avocados are another great source of, I put them in the fat category instead of putting them in the vegetable category, because I wanted to include them since they are so rich in so many good fats for you. Avocados are another great one, especially in the summertime right now when they are, less expensive in the grocery store. This is a great time to add an avocado here and there in your everyday eating. Also in this fat category, let's talk about some nuts that provide a good bit of fat to add those extra vitamins in, and we're talking about vitamin B, zinc, vitamin E. Nuts provide a whole host along with fat. So things like eating almonds, eating macadamia nuts are very high in fat. Pecans are also very high in fat, as well as very low in carbs. Along with nuts, seeds can also be very beneficial to your hair. Flax seeds are another one that they are tiny, but they are so beneficial to your hair. They provide a good bit of those B vitamins and vitamin E for your hair, as well as sunflower seeds. It's easy for you to add those things in, like for you to toss it on top of a salad, to add some flax seeds or some sunflower seeds. That would be an easy thing to add in to your everyday eating and very beneficial to your hair. Let's talk about a few vegetables that are beneficial to your hair. The first one I'm going to talk about is spinach. Spinach is great for the hair. It provides a ton of vitamin C and vitamin A. Spinach has beneficial nutrition such as folate. It also has vitamin A, vitamin C. So just 1 cup of spinach a day helps provide 50% of the vitamin A that you need for that entire day. And 1 cup of spinach, that could easily be either cooked down to barely nothing. When you cook spinach, it's like barely nothing when it's cooked, or it could be eaten raw, tossed inside a salad with. And spinach also helps if you have iron deficiency. Spinach is a great one. I have 3 children, and my 2 younger ones both had deficiencies early on with iron, and I fed them. I did a couple of things here at the house. We cook in cast iron, and I made them a lot of cooked down leafy greens to help them build up more iron in their system, and it has been very beneficial to them. It's not like they eat that every day, but early on, especially when they were around like the 3 to 9 month mark, when we were going to the doctors and they were saying, oh, their hemoglobin is a little bit low, it seems like their iron is a little bit lower than we would like, then I really started pushing eating those leafy greens, those cooked down leafy greens such as spinach and What else did we do? We did sweet potato leaves. We cooked that a lot. We did collard greens, cooked down a lot, but mostly we did spinach because it was just easy, it was accessible, and I could find it at any grocery store. I didn't have to go to the international grocery stores to find things like sweet potato leaves and cassava leaves, things like that. I'm from West Africa, so finding those things, cooking those things, yes, I can cook them. Am I the best cook at cooking them? No, but you know, I can make it work. My mom's a lot better, but those are things that I would look for in a international grocery store to try and find and cook for the kids when they were real little and we were having troubles with stabilizing their iron levels. So eat yourself some spinach. It's good for your body and it's great for your hair. The next vegetable I want to talk about are sweet potatoes. Like I talked about those sweet potato leaves. It's not very common in America for Americans to eat sweet potato leaves, but like in other parts of the world, it is a very common thing for people to cook down sweet potato leaves, similar to how you would cook down spinach with some like spices and some other things, and then maybe put it on top of something. In Liberia, we would cook it down with meat, with the broth, with some other vegetables, and then eat it on top of rice. And sweet potatoes are loaded with vitamin A, similar to the spinach. Sweet potatoes are also just beautiful. They're just beautiful to look at and beautiful to eat. They add extra color to your plate, and they are très beneficial to your hair, skin, and your whole body, sweet potatoes. And they're fairly inexpensive too. So that's another great one to add into your diet if you're trying to focus on your hair health, more specifically if your goal is length retention or just overall healthy hair. Along with the spinach and the sweet potatoes, sweet bell peppers, sweet peppers are also a great source of vitamin C, and in some regards they can actually contain more vitamin C than spinach, which you wouldn't think of just based on the volume of seeing, you know, a handful of spinach versus a few peppers. Lastly, let's talk about some fruits that are very beneficial to your hair. Citrus fruits are very beneficial to your hair, again, because they provide a lot of vitamin C, just like the spinach and the sweet peppers that we talked about. So things like mandarin oranges, grapefruits, those are great to add into your diet. And if you can, you know, eat a lot of those, and lemons even, if you can eat a lot of those when they're in season, in the like early winter months. We have a lemon tree here, and it's has some fruit on it now, but it won't be ready until pretty close to Christmas time is when the lemons start going from green in color to turning yellow and really ripening and ready to go. So that would be, I live in Florida, so that would be a winter harvest thing, and that's another great food item to add to your diet to help with your hair health, just because they provide a lot of vitamin C. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little chat about nutrition and the things that we put in our body, mind, spirit. We're whole people. That's the way how God has designed us. So the things that we put into our bodies, whether that be physically through our mouth or through our mind, they do overall affect our health. You know, all these things work together to either be beneficial to your health and to your body, or negatively impact your health and your body. And that can often come out in the way how your hair is performing, what it's feeling like, what it's looking like, it's shedding, it's whatever. It can often come out in your hair. So take good care of your hair. Try and add in some of these foods that I've talked about. So I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video and to this channel if you have been enjoying this series on all things healthy hair. We're about that healthy hair life. So healthy hair does not just start from the outside, it's from the inside coming out, and that's what all these fruits, vegetables, nuts, meats can do for our body, is help our hair from the inside out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.